Good evening, everyone, from Community Bank Park in Ellisville on the camp of Jones College. It's time for area high school baseball action as your Sumrall Bobcats take on the Lawrence County Cougars, a former district rival. I'm Kelly Sander, along with former Sumrall standout Logan Powell, who we kind of joked about Logan sitting in with us one night, but he has obliged us and will be doing color analysis for us tonight. Well, big news before we get to the lineups. You may or may not have heard that the interim tag has been removed, or it has been proposed that the interim tag be removed off of Andy Davis, and pending Lamar County School Board approval, it will be Coach Andy Davis, not interim coach Andy Davis. And I know, Logan, you had a chance to work directly with Coach Davis. You like that move?
Yeah, I do. Honestly, I couldn't be more happy for him. He was my outfield coach when I played, so I spent a lot of time with him, and I knew he had prior head coach experience down in Alabama, and I wasn't sure how he was going to fare with it, being in a sense new to him, but he's done a great job here, almost undefeated, and I couldn't be more happy for him,
Yeah,
honestly.
what a great start, for this Bobcat team. Levi Odom comes out on the hill. He will throw it tonight for the Bobcats. Let's take a look, first of all, for Lawrence County. The Cougars are in their all-black uniforms. They are out of Monticello, Mississippi, where it just feels like home. Nathan Bullock will lead it off. He plays center field. He'll be followed by the right fielder, Cannon Cato. Evan Lambert bats third. He's the Cougar catcher. Then the cleanup hitter is Tay Cole. He's the Lawrence County shortstop. Hunter Daly, the pitcher, is batting fifth. Batting sixth for Lawrence County is Brady Battle. He's the first baseman. Austin Watts, the DH, is batting seventh. And they round out their batting order with Tanner Thornhill in left field and Jacob Hedgepeth at second base. Defensively, Mitch Thurman is playing third base, but again, the designated hitter, Austin Watts, swinging it for him. So again, for Lawrence County, it's Bullock, Cato, Lambert, Cole, Daly, Battle, Watts, Thornhill, and Hedgepeth. Levi Odom on the hill for Sumrall, and Ryan Little is behind the plate. He will be doing the catching, at least starting in this ball game. Defensively, because Odom is pitching, defensively a little bit different tonight for Sumrall. You've got Marshall Phillips at third base, and Landon Holloman is playing shortstop defensively for Sumrall. Ty Little is at second. Hayden Norred is at first. The outfield, per usual, now has Hayden Barrett in left, Hayes Rayner in center, and Cade Dito in right. We'll go over the Sumrall batting order when they come up to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Could not ask for a prettier night to play baseball. A slight breeze coming in here, the press box, but Logan Powell and I have the best seats in the house, and we're glad to bring it to you here on our Sumrall Athletics YouTube channel. Sumrall Bobcat Baseball, powered by Dandy Dan's, with 2 locations to serve you in Sumrall and in Bellevue. They have that fresh coffee and several different flavors of coffee available for you first thing when they open in the morning. Several different choices of gasoline for your automobiles, trucks, whatever you might need fueling. They're ready for you at Dandy Dan's, both Bellevue and Sumrall. An equipment malfunction for Ryan Little, but he got that taken care of, and he's ready to get to work, and so are we here on this all-natural grass field here in Ellisville tonight. Logan, glad you're with us, man. This ought to be fun.
Oh yeah.
Getting ready to settle in here for another night of Sumrall Bobcat baseball. They will travel to Biloxi tomorrow. Levi Odom with that 3-rock delivery. The first pitch is outside, ball 1 to the left-handed hitting Nathan Bullock. Bobcats come in here 9-1 on the year. The only loss was to Madison Ridgeland Academy. There's a strike, and they almost pulled that one out as part of the Adidas tournament last weekend. Slight wind, ever so slight, blowing out toward right field. 1-1 pitch right down the tube for strike 2 to the leadoff hitter Nathan Bullock. He'll be followed by Cannon Cato. Here in Ellisville, this is the home of the JC Bobcats. It used to be JC Bobcats, but Jones College has dropped the junior college moniker. It is now Jones College. The 1-2 pitch. Strike 3, fastball on the outside corner. Bullock down on strikes. And very quickly, Levi Odom has a strikeout. I would expect early on here, Logan, that he's just going to dish up the fastballs and tell him to hit it. I mean, no need to throw really anything else other than fastballs, right, at this point? So we'll see how Cannon Cato handles it. Another left-handed hitter. Cato playing right field for the Cougars. Again, Lawrence County, former district rival of the Bobcats, and that one's a strike right down the chute. So Levi Odom off to a good start. Christy Martin watching the broadcast tonight down in Louisiana. Looks like you got a fan there, Logan Powell, as she texted in on our text line, 601-310-7077. You can always reach us in the press box during the season at that number. 1-1 the count to Cato. Second pitch is a strike on the outside corner. 1-2 now to Cannon Cato, the right fielder. He'll be followed by the Cougar catcher, Evan Lambert. Sumrall heads to Biloxi High School tomorrow to take on South Panola. Yes, that's South Panola. It's a 5 o'clock start. This one is fouled into the netting. 5 o'clock start tomorrow. Note that it will be an early start. And the reason of that 5 o'clock start, because South Panola is coming so far from Batesville down to Biloxi, they're going to play 2 games. They're going to play Sumrall at 5 and then Biloxi at 7:30. Here's a drive, but foul down the right field line, and that'll get out of play over into the Bobcats batting cage area down there. Odom still ahead in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. So you've always wanted to do play-by-play, Logan, right? Wasn't that kind of a dream of yours?
If I wasn't going to make it big time, this is what I would want to do.
Okay. Here's the 1-2 pitch. High and away, 2-2 now. It's good, though, that even though you're gone, you're still following the team. And
I try to stay with at least some of them that I played with that came up as freshmen or sophomores or anything like that were in the system, so to speak.
Or, little brothers of guys that you played with and things like that. 2-2 the count. 1 away, bases empty here for Lawrence County in the top of the first. Odom rocks and brings the 2-2. And this is a little flare that's off the left side that Phillips comes over to take a look at, but it gets out of play. So a good at bat here for Cato as he is making Odom throw a lot of pitches. So again, congratulations to Andy Davis. Again, pending Lamar County School Board approval. It is no longer interim coach Andy Davis, but it is coach Andy Davis, full-time coach. Swung on, ground ball to second base. Little's got it. Nora's got to hustle over to the bag and gets there for out number 2. Logan, we've talked about good at bats. He was out on that play, but he made the pitcher throw
8, 9 pitches maybe. Yeah, that honestly, that was one of my specialties. I didn't get on at all in high school, but I worked the count and found out anything he had, whether it be fastball, changeup, curveball, whatever it may be, and just you can take that back to the dugout with you. And I mean, it's a win in anybody's book. I mean, the pitcher got the out, but the batter still was able to see what he had, and he can bring that back to the dugout with him.
And you wear the pitcher down a
Right.
little bit for the next guy. Right-hander Evan Lambert swings and misses at the first pitch, so Odom ahead here. And there's a strike on the inside corner. Karen Thompson watching tonight from the Walmart parking lot. I didn't know that the Walmart parking lot was such a big hangout spot, but good to have you. Karen Thompson with her blue, white, and yellow heart emojis. Go Bobcats. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. So 2 out of the 3 outs were via the strikeout. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left for the Cougars. So in their half of the first, nothing across. So let's go ahead and give you the batting order for Sumrall while we've got the exchange in between innings. Hayden Barrett, as he has done most of the year, leading off, again playing left field. Then Hayes Rayner has made the most of that jump going from the 9 hole up to the 2 spot. Marshall Phillips has batted third most of the year. He's played shortstop most of the year, but again tonight playing third base because the usual third baseman is pitching tonight. That's Levi Odom. Then the aforementioned Levi Odom will bat fourth. Hayden Norrid batting 5th. He's playing first base tonight, still nursing a little bit of a tender shoulder. Cade Dito batting 6th, playing right field. Grant Robbins, G2, as we call him. Of course, there's 3 Robbins boys, all with the first name beginning with G. Garrett, Grant, and Graham. So Grant, the middle one, he swings it from the left side. Grant Robbins, the DH, batting 7th, and he is hitting it for Landon Holloman, the shortstop. So, and somebody asked me the other day, Logan, they said, man, you sure brag on this Holloman kid a lot. I love guys that can play defense, man. And this Holloman kid, he can really flash the leather. And he's playing shortstop tonight, but Robbins will hit for him. And then the little boys, and I don't mean physically, I mean their last name. Brian Little, the catcher, will bat 8th, and Ty Little will bat 9th. So for Sumrall, it's Barrett, Rayner, Phillips, Odom, Norrid, Dito, Robbins, Little, and Little. And they are facing Hunter Daly, the pitcher for Lawrence County. Earlier tonight, Stringer and Columbia played, and Stringer, the Red Devils, 10-run the Columbia Wildcats. Aunt Tracy and Uncle Tommy and Cousin Tate watching Landon tonight. That must be the Woolbright family. Glad to have them along. The Woolbright family, the first family of fun. The Woolbrights, glad to have them along. So here we go. Hayden Barrett now. Good luck to Hayden Barrett and the Bobcats. Aunt D is watching from the coast, and that would make sense, that 228 area code tonight. And I got to talk to Hayden Barrett a little bit earlier tonight. I'm not kidding. If his arms get any bigger,
Definitely going to need some new sleeves on every jersey.
his arms are huge.
But the workout warrior.
Yeah, they said he's been working out since he was like 8 years old.
Yeah.
You know. So here's Barrett, the left fielder. First pitch is high and away, ball 1. The Cougars in their black uniforms with burgundy and old gold trim. And the Bobcats in those Columbia blues, and he gets conked right on the head. And here he goes again. He gets hit by a pitch, of which he is among the nation's leaders. He's in the top 5 in stolen bases. He's in the top 5 in runs scored. I mean, the guy gets on base. And here's Hayes Rayner now, the center fielder. And interesting statistics about when you were playing in stolen bases.
I thought 23 through a whole 32-game season was good, and I did mine from a courtesy runner standpoint. So, but this kid's got 20 stolen bases through the first 9 games
By himself.
So, by himself, and he's getting 2, 3, 5, 7 a night. It's crazy.
And there's another one. So he's at second base. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Rayner is in a hole, 0-2 here. Big time Billy Garrity is watching from his apartment. No doubt the women trying to beat that door down, you know. But got a piece of it. But Rayner caught it. But would he not be out if it was a foul ball and the catcher caught it? And that's what Lawrence County coaching staff is saying, that that's pretty easy. He'd be out on a foul tip on strike 3. Catcher caught it. Now I don't know why, I don't know how in the world. And look, we're the Sumrall guys here, right? But Hayes Rayner is out, folks, and I don't know how. He should be out here. It was a foul tip. We heard the clink, but the catcher caught it. And in the rules on and the Lawrence County coaches are disgusted, but they're just going to say it's a
Foul ball.
wow. Okay. And again, the only opinion that matters is the umpires, right? The 0-2 pitch. Outside, ball 1. So Hunter Daly, the right-hander for the Cougars, When Sumrall was a classification down, they were in that division with Lawrence County. Out of Monticello, the 1-2 pitch is high, 2-2. The Lawrence County area over there includes Monticello. It includes Silver Creek, the Silver Creek area over there off the 84 highway. There's a breaking ball strike, and now Rayner is down on the strikeout. One away, and here's Marshall Phillips. Marshall Phillips being recruited by a lot of the junior colleges, including Jones and Pearl River. Barrett on the move toward third, a strike, but he's safe. Another stolen base, and he's not just stealing second base, he's stealing third. But part of the reason, don't you think, though, Logan, at second, the pitchers just don't look at you as closely at second.
No, they don't.
Like at first, you know. Swing and a miss. Count evens up now at a ball and a strike to Marshall Phillips. So Phillips, part of Phillips's equation in where he'll decide to go to school, I think he'd probably like to play a little football too, you know, at the junior college level, and a lot of things to go through before they make that decision. There's a shot to left field. That is a base hit. It drops, and Sumrall is on the board. A 1-out single for Marshall Phillips.
And another run scored for Hayden Barrett.
And they just keep adding up, don't they, Logan?
I'm excited to see what he's going to finish the season with. Very exciting. Very exciting player.
So here's Levi Odom now. Levi Odom, the pitcher, hitting for himself in that 4-hole. Odom, his first year in a Sumrall uniform after a year at PCS and Forest County AHS. That Forest County AHS fashion is still with him, though, because I was in the locker room the other day. He had his blue and yellow stirrups on, cowboy boots, shorts, and a T-shirt, none of which matched. 1-0 the count to him. Glad that you're with us here on our YouTube channel. You can pull these games down and watch them anytime you want. Runner going. Here's a drive to left field. Ball is well hit. That ball is caught on the warning track. So Phillips will have to retreat. Boy, Odom took it deep and almost out of here. But it's just a long, loud out, 2 away. And here comes Norred now playing first base. Norred has already announced his commitment. He is headed to Pearl River, which is kind of the arch nemesis of Jones.
Yeah.
Jones splitting a doubleheader with East Central yesterday, losing the first game, but then winning the second game, and Pearl River sweeping Gulf Coast last night. 2 very good teams, Jones and Pearl River, when it comes to baseball. Norred behind in the count now, 0-1. Runner going, and this ball is fouled down the right field line. It will get out of play into the bullpen. Hayden Norred, the third of 4 Norreds. Hayes is the last one. And it's going to be a while before he, 8 years old, maybe 9? So few years before he comes up through the system. The 0-2 pitch, this one is fouled away. And one of the things about, seeing these pitchers last weekend that were upper 80s, maybe touching 90, and then you see pitchers that are upper 70s, it's good for the hitters to learn to keep their weight back and make those adjustments. Sumrall leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning at beautiful Community Bank Park here in Ellisville, home of the JC Bobcats. That one is fouled into the screen. So Marshall Phillips might need some oxygen. He's taken off 2 or 3 times and had to retreat after the foul ball. Should Norred reach, then Cade Dito would come to bat. I wonder if the Gum Pond Ditos Well, you can't text us tonight, Logan. You're here,
I
right?
can't.
But you can. Those of you watching at 601-310-7077. The 0-2 pitch outside 1-2. Now that was a pitch that Phillips could have run on, but honestly, he was probably out of gas from running the last 4 pitches. 2-2 is the count. 2-2. Scoreboard says 1-2, but it is 2-2, says the home plate umpire. And runner going. Strike 3. Norrid knew it. He's down on strikes. And so too the Bobcats. But in the bottom of the first inning, they come up with 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. We've completed an inning here in Ellisville. It's the Bobcats 1 and the Cougars nothing. You're watching Sumrall Bobcat Baseball, powered by Dandy Dan's. Kelly Sander with Logan Powell back in Ellisville tonight as Levi Odom warms up here for the second inning. Our Bobcats on the Web brought to you by our friends at Rainforest Car Wash as we head into the pollen season. Get your car looking spiffy with just a drive-through at Rainforest Car Wash. Our friends at Real South Hunting, we'd like to thank them for their support. The Casey Long Alpha Insurance Agency. Every year you should shop your insurance. It's like anything else. Rates often change, and lots of times you don't even really think about it. Well, let Casey Long and his staff find out where you can save money. Our friends at ComSouth, who have been in the business of communicating through business for about 40 years and have been longtime supporters of Sumrall Athletics, our friends at ComSouth, and Recommended Collision Repair. If your car ever needs any body work done, Recommended, that's Rec with a W, amended. Lincoln Gatwood and his crew will get your car looking like new. We'd like to thank Recommended. In other high school baseball tonight, Raleigh leading Oak Grove 3-0. The Raleigh Lions. Well, of course the Ditos are watching. They have checked in now. Go Bobcats. Well, that must be the Gum Pond Ditos checking in. So here is Tay Cole, the cleanup hitter for the Cougars, facing Levi Odom, and the first pitch is low, ball 1. Top of the second inning here in Ellisville tonight. These community colleges, this is a great way to recruit. There's a little flare out toward right field. Kay Dito has an eye on it, and he puts that one away for the first out. You okay, Logan? I don't know if the pollen is in the air here tonight, but old buddy Logan's struggling here a little bit. It's okay. We all have those times. And here's Hunter Daly now, the pitcher, who will hit for himself. The designated hitter, Austin Watts, is swinging it for Mitch Thurman, the third baseman. So bases empty, 1 away. Righty versus righty this matchup. And there's a strike to Hunter Daly. So the first 2 hitters for the Cougars are left-handed, and then these next 3 have been right-handed. Second pitch, there's a liner into left center field. That's a base hit, and maybe has more. Rounds first, on his way to second. Chugging around second. He wants to try third. Here's the throw. It is on the mark, but late. It's a triple for Hunter Daly. Wow. A 1-out triple. He hit it hard and then ran and never hesitated. James and Sheila Clark, they're at the game watching their grandchild Landon. And they give a shout out to Landon Holloman there at shortstop. So the Cougars making some noise here with 1 out and a runner at third base. And here's Brady Battle now, the Cougar first baseman. Again, righty versus righty this matchup. Odom overthrew that one a little bit and put it in the dirt for ball 1. He'll be followed by that designated hitter, Austin Watts. We mentioned Lawrence County Cougars. Silver Creek, Monticello, or the Brookhaven area. This is toward third. Holloman's got it. Throw to first. Easy out, but an RBI, as the only play was at first base. That's what I was talking about. Holloman has really, really quick hands. And you got to see him right there. And here's Austin Watts now, another righty. Base is empty. 2 outs, but the Cougars have tied it here in the top of the second. That pitch is high. Boy, it is a nice Thursday night. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Pulled way off of a pitch that was on the inside corner. Logan, was there any truth to the rumor that you were a potential contestant on The Bachelor this year? Was there any truth to that?
No, I'm a taken man, Kelly. I can't be doing that.
Okay, I got you. All right. Well, it's all kind of a make-believe world anyway, isn't it, on TV? Here's the 1-1. That's low. 2-1 now.
I don't think that excuse would go over well with my girlfriend.
She wouldn't go for it, huh? Tanner Thornhill, the left fielder, is on deck here for the Cougars, should he be called upon with 2 out here in the top of the second inning. Again, the Bobcats will head to the coast tomorrow for a 5 o'clock start against the South Panola Tigers, a 6A program. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, chopped foul wide of third. Raymond and Truvy McCraney, where are they watching from tonight? Buctusa, Mississippi. It's this side of Hooterville. I didn't know. All right, Raymond, now we're stretching. Now we're making places up now. Although in Mississippi, you never know. There's a foul tip. Or does he have to run?
No.
It's a live ball, and he will get to first base on the drop third strike. So the pitcher gets credit for the strikeout, but the runner is at first with 2 away, and here's Tanner Thornhill. So the Cougars have a pulse here with 2 outs in the top of the second. They have tied it on the triple by Daly, and then Brady Battle grounded out, but was enough to plate the run. Major League Baseball begins on April 1st. They're going to try some new rules in the minor leagues this year. Bigger bases, robot umpires. Just announced today. There's a strike.
Now, I could understand the robot umpires, but the bigger bases?
Yeah, there's a long dissertation as to why they want to try that.
Wow.
They're going to limit the amount of shifts that teams can do on players at the plate. They will also have as that ball is fouled away, 0-2 now to the hitter. They're also going to have a pitch clock on, very much like a shot clock in basketball, where the pitcher has got to get the pitch to the plate in a certain period of time in order to help speed up the game. So they're going to try a lot of these things because they've been losing attendance over the years, saying that baseball games take too long to play at the professional level. Odom in the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, chopped foul again, wide of third. Tried that bender, and they've been sitting on it pretty well. And whether you agree with the rule changes or don't, you have to admire any organization that will look at themselves and say, what could we do better? You know, that they're not so arrogant that they think they do absolutely everything right. Because people change, just like their likes change and what they want to see change. And the paying public, they're the ones that you have to get the approval of as the throw over to first base. Sends Austin Watts back over there. Tanner Thornhill, the number 8 man in the order here for the Cougars. Should he reach, then the second baseman Jacob Hedgepeth would come to the plate. The 0-2 pitch from Odom. Swung on. Here's a chopper towards second. Little gloves it. A little flip to first base, and that retires the side. So for the Cougars, in the second inning, they get 1 run on 1 hit. There was no errors and one man left on base. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's the Cougars 1 and the Bobcats 1. You're watching Sumrall Bobcat Baseball, powered by Dandy Dan's. Cade Dito, Grant Robbins, and Ryan Little come to the plate for the Rawlers in the bottom of the second inning. You know, I'll get you to comment on this, Logan. A couple of people have asked about the Rawcats and the Rawlers and things like that. The kids love all these other names, right? The more traditionalists say Bobcats, Bobcats, Bobcats. But I mean, even like in the major leagues, the Cleveland Indians are called the Featherheads, the Chief Cuyahoga's Warriors, the Tribe, things like that. They're just different ways of saying the same thing, right?
Yeah, it just makes everything. I mean, it makes it more exciting, more.
Rather than the same
putting a modern
marketing kind of spin on it.
Yeah.
So here's Dito. That first pitch is low, ball one. So when we say Rawcats, we're just combining Sumrall and Bobcats. Dito, the right fielder, up there with a 1-0 count, righty versus righty this matchup. Breaking ball drops in there beautifully for a strike. Hunter Daly on the hill here for Lawrence County. In the bottom of the second inning. Another breaking ball, but that one's high. 2-1. So if you're planning to go to the coast tomorrow for that 5 o'clock start for Sumrall against South Panola, might be a chance to hang out on the coast, take in some restaurants down there, some good shopping. 3-1. That pitch is low to Dito. Michael Risley watching from back home in the other part of Lamar County. That name won't be mentioned, but its initials are OG. Cade Dito gets the walk, and we all say that in good fun, of course. So Dito is at first, and here's G2, Grant Robbins. And here's a guy, Grant Robbins, who has, you were talking about Barrett being an animal in the weight room. Robbins has been doing the same thing, and he has really been bulking up, and he has got a pretty swing from the left side.
I'll tell you what, them two get it honest because both of their brothers were like that. You couldn't get those two out of the weight room.
Throw to second base, not in time. Dito has a stolen base, and I really like the catcher, Evan Lambert for Lawrence County. Those throws have been right on the money, just a split second too late. But that's one of Sumrall's real strengths is team speed. And of course, there's strike two now to Grant Robbins. Robbins, the second son of Bridget and Chris Robbins, and of course Chris Robbins, Rockin' Robbins, as he was known when he played at Southern Miss, had one of the prettiest left-handed swings ever. So that was passed on down, and here's a fly ball to left field, dropping quickly. Will this drop in? No. Shortstop comes out and makes a great play. And Tay Cole went out there, and I'm not sure, Logan, that was the shortstop's play. How did you see that?
Well, honestly,
because you were a left fielder,
right? It looks like he was playing way back, and with that space in between both of them, I mean, they both had to run the same distance. So to me, it's every man's game. Whoever wants it, go get it. If you can make a play, make the play.
And if the left fielder tells him go ahead and take it, then it is fair game. Here's Ryan Little now, the Sumrall catcher with a runner at second and one away in this tie ball game.
I can tell you, me and Tanner Morgan converge on a lot of plays like that.
You were talking about we talked about how Hayden Barrett's been in the weight room. Tanner Morgan's been in there lately too. He's getting and he's here at Jones, isn't he?
Well, he was.
He
He was
was?
playing ball, but
Okay,
I don't know
there's
if
a
he's
strike.
playing anymore.
Okay, there's a strike. 2-1 now to Ryan Little. He'll be followed by Ty Little. But Robbins back on Robbins. He is the first cousin of the Knights.
Mm-hmm.
So his. Let's see. I've got to try to get this. This is almost like a Jerry Springer show. I'm trying to keep straight who's related to who. We'll get it straightened out here in a minute. The 2-1 pitch. There's a strike. His dad is a Robbins, and Pam Knight is also a Robbins. Coach Larry Knight's wife, Pam, her maiden name was Robbins.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So there you go. Did you follow that? You got that now?
I think so.
Yeah. Ryan Little at the plate with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Got a foul tip and fouled it away. I think that might have caught Mr. Umpire too, right there. So that would mean that Garrett Robbins' dad is the brother of of Alex and Austin and Andrew Knight's mother.
Yeah.
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 Okay. We got it.
I'm trying to follow up with you
Yeah.
the whole time.
Right. Need a flow chart, don't we? Here's the 2-2 pitch. Low, 3-2. Sumrall batting in the bottom of the second inning. And, we talked about that interim tag being lifted off of Andy Davis. That's got to be a relief, too, to know, that that hit him, that he doesn't have to worry about that anymore. Right? So he can make plans for next year that he's going to be there. The assistant coaches, can make plans if they're going to be there. Here's Ty Little now. Runners on first and second, so double play is in effect here. That pitch is high, ball one. Hunter Daly has thrown pretty well tonight for the Cougars. Each team has a run on one hit. Ty Little, the number 9 man in the order for Coach Andy Davis. They go back to the top of the order here in a minute. Swing and a miss. There's some talk that when Ty Little graduates, and he has assured me he is graduating in May. He said it's cost him a lot of money, but that he will be graduating in May. That Landon Holloman may move over there to that second base spot. That's low, 2-1. From the 601, go Hayden Barrett, go Bobcats. Somebody pretty shy and timid, didn't want to say who they were there. Swung on, there's a shot into left field. Base hit, being waved around third is Dito. It'll be cut off at shortstop. The run scores, and Sumrall leads 2-1.
That's a very nice piece of hitting right there. Normally, from a left-handed bat, you want to pull the ball, move the runners over, but he did a nice job going the opposite way and got rewarded out of it.
An RBI, in fact. So runners on first and second with one away and back to the top of the order. And Hayden, the human magnet Barrett, who got hit again. And again, we've talked about the way he's built. It probably does more damage to the baseball than it does to him. Breaking ball, too high, ball one. I got to see Hunter Barrett last week. Did you see him?
I think I ran into him at one of the home games.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
1-0 pitch. There's a strike on the corner, position A. Barrett was hit by a pitch and, of course, scored the first run for Sumrall. The Bobcats put up one in the first and one more here in the second. Here's the 1-1. High and away. 2-1. Andy Davis has the short sleeves on down there at third. And is that? I think it is Steve Cooley. Now, he's been quarantined for a while. 2-1 pitch. There's a shot down the left field line, but foul. Boy, how would you like to have been at Coach Cooley's house while he was quarantined? I don't think I would have wanted to. He would have probably been going nuts, don't you think, after about 3 days?
100%.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Barrett. Breaking ball, that's popped foul out of play. Miss Anita, our athletic director, is watching from home tonight. Go Cats. Always a great seat when you're at the house, but I have to say this is picture perfect. Just the right temperature, not too hot, not too cold, not too windy. Again, the 2-2 pitch to Barrett over to first base as Little got a little bit too far off the base. That's Liam Munn at second, running for Ryan Little, the catcher. There's another guy that's an animal in the weight room, Liam Munn. Swung on. This one is popped. I don't know if it'll get out of play or not. And it will hit into the net. And it drops through one of the holes right behind home plate.
Seems like everybody's taking a book out of Garrett Robbins' dress code, wearing the long pants down with just a little bit of stirrup. Not a whole lot of people did that when we got our powders. Garrett was one of the first ones.
Here's the 2-2. Swung on. There's a shot into left field. Another hit for Barrett. Rounding third is Munn. This play will be cut off. It's kind of a punch and Judy offense tonight for Sumrall, but it's working. A base hit scores Munn, who was running for Little. It's an RBI for Barrett, and he is something else. So runners at first and second. And the Cougars call timeout, and then they'll bring up Hayes Rayner. This visit to the mound is brought to you by your State Farm insurance agent, Stacy Clark. Stacy Clark, your State Farm insurance agent in Prentice. See how you can maximize your premium dollars by bundling your auto, home, and life insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Stacy Clark, a big Sumrall fan who put Sam and Sully through the Sumrall baseball program. Were you teammates with? You were teammates with both of them, weren't you?
I was just teammates with Sully. Sam was a couple years before me.
Okay, so you were sandwiched kind of in between. Kelly Sander along with Logan Powell here tonight in Ellisville. 3-1 Bobcats, and they're making more noise. Runners on first and second, just one away here in the second inning. And the meat of the order coming up for the Lamar County guys. Hayes Rayner. And we've talked before, Logan, about how, and you look at Hayes Rayner, and he doesn't look like he's more than 140 pounds soaking wet, but you talk about a guy who has taken advantage of an opportunity and has really played well on both sides of the ball. And the Bobcats just could not find anybody that would produce in that number 2 hole. They just couldn't. It just seemed to be like a curse almost, and then they put Rayner up in that spot, and he has thrived in the number 2 spot. He takes ball 1 there. This could be a bunting situation. Lots of times coaches don't like to bunt with 1 out to move runners over. And that's inside, and it hit Rayner. At least he thinks it did. Rayner started down to first base, and the umpire, Andy Davis, said it hit him. And Rayner's waiting for the official word as to whether he's going to be awarded first or not. Wasn't it Rayner before?
Yeah.
The first time that Rayner was up, he had a 2-strike count, and he foul-tipped a third one that the catcher caught. And now the base umpire says it did hit him. So now the bases are loaded. And here's Marshall Phillips, who singled with an RBI his first time up. Righty versus righty, the matchup, and the breaking ball is in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Started to swing. No appeal on this one. And takes it low for ball 1. Southern Miss over the weekend takes on the University of Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a strike. It used to be Louisiana Lafayette, and before that it was Southwestern Louisiana. They've been through 2 or 3 name changes. Phillips has got to get to work now. He's behind in the count now, 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. 2 away. Here's Levi Odom. Odom can help his own cause here. He flew out to deep left field. That pitch is outside. From the 6-0-1, Lawrence County, Austin Watts is a talented athlete, but he is little compared to all-time Sumrall star, record-setting in all sports, wide receiver Austin Watts. Could it be that Austin Watts was the one that sent this text, Logan?
Yeah, 100%, without a doubt in my mind.
Okay. Or Austin Watts' publicity crew, right?
Austin Watts was a good talent here.
Oh, he sure was.
Kid.
Sure was. I think it was Will Simon throwing it to him, wasn't it? Back in those days?
Yeah, Will played with him.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. 2-1 now to Odom.
If I'm not mistaken, I want to say Austin played. I want to say he played center, and then Devontae, or maybe just Devontae that played.
2-1 pitch.
Maybe wrong.
Went around. 2-2 now to Odom. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The bases are full of Bobcats. Odom, the 8th man to the plate here in the inning. Sumrall scored 1 in the first, 2 more here in the second, and they lead at 3-1. Way outside, 3-2. So the advantage here on a 3-2 2-out is that the merry-go-round will begin as soon as the pitcher Daly commits to the plate. All the runners will start. So anything that's hit in the gap, everybody would be able to score. They don't need to worry about being doubled up. Here go the runners, and here's the pitch. Swung on. Here's a drive to center field. Being tracked in center, very high and not deep, and the catch is made. So for the Bobcats in the second, they come up with 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 3 men left on base at the end of 2 here in Ellisville tonight. It's the Bobcats 3, the Cougars 1. You're watching Sumrall Bobcat Baseball, powered by Dandy Dan's. Hedgepeth, Bullock, and Cato, 9-1-2 to face Levi Odom as we go to the top of the 3rd inning. We want to thank Java Mo's as one of our sponsors as well here on the webcast. Java Mo's, you don't even have to get out of your car for your favorite cup of joe. Just drive through your favorite Java Mo's. Their new location in Poplarville, Pop Vegas, right across from the PRC campus. First pitch is outside, ball 1. How do you drink coffee?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, do you fancy it up and put all that stuff in it?
No, sir. Straight black with 1 sugar.
Good for
There
you.
go.
Okay, me too. I don't do the frappamaca latte and all that other fancy schmancy stuff. That pitch is a strike. 1-1 to Hedgepeth.
See, I always hate going to Starbucks with my girlfriend because she'll tell her all this and then the different size and like a vintage, like a medium. I'm like, why don't you just tell them medium? She's like, but it's a venti. No, it's a medium coffee.
It's just you were talking about marketing tools a little bit earlier. That's another way that they do that, right? If they call it that, they can charge you an extra buck for
That's
it.
right.
Right. 2-1 the count to Jacob Hedgepeth. Swung on that shot foul into the Sumrall dugout here over the first base side at Community Bank Park, and the Cougars over here to the left. The football field here at Jones is just beyond center field. You might, in the distance, can see the press box where they're just shaded toward right field, kind of right behind where Hayes Rayner is playing. The 2-2 pitch from Odom to Hedgepeth. Swung on again and fouled away. I'll tell you what, the Cougars are not intimidated by Sumrall.
Not at all.
They've been swinging the sticks, I think, pretty well. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Rawlers. 1-0 for Lawrence County. 1-1. That pitch is outside now. 3-2 to the number 9 man in the order. The second baseman for the Cougars batting here in the top of the third. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. I was hearing a chant over here from our left. Throw it in the dirt, in the dirt, in the dirt. And Levi Odom's one of those type of guys that you don't say something like that to. You just, when you make him mad, all you do is get those competitive juices flowing, and he struck him out. That is the third strikeout, fourth officially. Watts got on board after the drop third, so that's 4 strikeouts officially for Odom. There's a check swing and a strike to Nathan Bullock. The center fielder. Coach Davis's mom and dad are here in the park tonight. There's a strike. Boy, that's a pretty pitch. 0-2 now the count to Bullock. Down from Taylorsville way, cheering on the awesome Sumrall Bobcats. Yeah, Taylorsville, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump there on the, 529 highway, maybe? Swung on, laced foul out of play. The dormitory for the Jones Bobcats are over here right behind us. Beyond this left field, the left field area where the fans sit here. You go back behind there, and so the dormitory kind of overlooks the left field area. The 0-2 pitch from Odom. Off-speed pitch outside. Again, the infield for Sumrall has Phillips at third, Holloman at short, Little at second, Norred at first. The battery is Odom and Little, Ryan Little. And then the outfield has Barrett in left, Rayner in center, and Dito in right. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Second time tonight that Bullock goes down via the K. Base is empty, 2 away, and here's Cannon Cato, who grounded to second his first time up. Sumrall leading 3-1 here in the third. They will step up in class tomorrow against the South Panola Tigers. First pitch is outside, ball 1. That same South Panola team whose football team some 5 or 6 years ago, and maybe longer than that, had put together a streak of some 84 straight wins. There's a shot to look at Holloman to his right, comes up, throws, and he beat it out. But man, what a play to the glove side in the third base hole. That's an infield hit. But what a play for Holloman to even get there. So it's a hit all the way. The fact that he made it that close shows you what I was telling you about, how that kid can play defense. A lesser player would have never even gotten there. Am I playing him up too much, Logan?
No.
I mean, I just think I just think he's terrific. Here's Evan Lambert, who struck out his first time up. He almost threw him out.
It was close, for sure.
And that's about as deep a throw as you can make from shortstop. He was nearly in left field. Swing and a miss. Lambert struck out. I mentioned his first time up. This is the catcher. Batting third in the order. 2 outs, runner on first. Here in the top of the third. The coaches and the guys will tell you that as good as Holloman plays defense, that he's just struggled a little bit at the plate, that's something that he needs to mature and get better at. And he's working on it. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and lifted foul out of play to the right side. From the 6-0-1, they're here sitting in their living room as always. And again, very bashful. not telling us who they are. I wonder if they owe the IRS some money. I don't know. 0-2 the count to Evan Lambert, the number 3 man in the order. Tay Cole, the outstanding Lawrence County shortstop, is on deck. Odom goes to the rosin bag. Saw his dad Lee and got a chance to talk to him a little bit before the game. Mom Brandy. Odom throw over to first. And boy, a throw to the inside might have gotten him. The throw was just slightly off the mark. Have you gotten any COVID shots yet? You got your vaccine?
No.
Are you gonna take them or no?
Probably not.
Okay. Well, hey, that's no shame here. No shaming here. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Don't even need to throw to second.
What a throw.
It was a great throw, but it wasn't even necessary because Lambert goes down on strikes. In fact, Odom strikes out the side. For the Cougars in the top of the third, no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It's Sumrall 3, Lawrence County 1. You're watching Bobcat Baseball on YouTube channel powered by Dandy Dan's. The Bobcats will send Norred, Dito, and Robbins to the plate here in the third, trying to extend a 3-1 ball game. Don't forget you can always reach us in the press box at 601-310-7077. A lot of you have already checked in. Christy Martin usually leads us off with that. It's not a law or anything. She just is quicker on the dial than just about everybody else. Tomorrow we'll be on the Mississippi Gulf Coast as part of the Beach Bash. The Sumrall Bobcats against South Panola. That is a 5 o'clock start, remember. Programming note, a 5 o'clock start. So if you want to watch it live. And the good thing about our YouTube channel is you can pull it down and watch it later if you want to. But here's Norrid now, who struck out looking his first time up. Hunter Daly still on the mound for the Cougars. Both pitchers have thrown it well. First pitch to Norrid is swung on and fouled out of play to the right side. My car is over there, Logan. I hope that's about where I parked. Of course, if it were to hit my car, it would probably cause hundreds of dollars worth of improvements. The 0-1 pitch, this one is lifted down the right field line, but twisting foul. And we've talked about that before. A righty going to right field, the ball has that spin that causes it, coming off the bat to curve that way.
The foul line is a magnet. It is crazy how, so to speak, magnetized it is.
But that spin on the ball just carries it outside the line. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Nearly hit him. So 1-2 to the leadoff hitter here for Sumrall in the bottom of the third. Scheduled for 7 innings tonight here in Ellisville. 1-2 pitch. This is popped to the right side and will get out of play. Cross Sibley for Sumrall, the left-handed pitcher. He has committed to Jones. So if things go as planned, he will be here in a Bobcat. So he'll go from one Bobcat uniform to another. 1-2 pitch is high and away, 2-2. And Nord will go from being a Bobcat to a Wildcat. So different set of paws. Here's the 2-2. Took something off it and popped it up. This is a rainmaker. Shortstop going out and makes the catch. I'm not sure that he had to fall down to make the catch, but nonetheless, one away, base is empty, and here's Cade Dito, who walked and scored his first time up. Cade Dito is a guy that, regardless of what sport it is, whether it's football, baseball, whatever, he's a guy that quietly goes about doing his job. You never really hear from him one way or the other, except when he performs. And he's always really dependable and consistent. First pitch to him is high, ball one. Swung on, that's a little nubber off the end of the bat that Steve Cooley will field. Go Sumrall, they're watching from Glenwood, Alabama. Kim Edwards is watching from the 334 area code. Glad to know that they're watching in Alabama tonight. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's too high, 2-1. From the 601, Ty Little's Aunt Nikki. Wasn't that a movie with Adam Sandler? Aunt Nikki, or
If it was
or little Nikki maybe. Adam Sandler's one. You know Adam Sandler.
Well, I know Adam Sandler, but doesn't necessarily mean that movie.
No, it was Little Nicky, I think. Anyway, Aunt Nikki, she graduated with a lot of those Cougars players' parents at Lawrence County, but she's cheering for Ty Little tonight, of course. Glad to have you along. And we appreciate you guys checking in with us. It means a lot to the guys that you are watching. Count goes full now at 3-2. Cade Dito's second at bat here, as the Bobcats bat in the bottom of the third inning, leading 3-1. Inside, ball 4. So Dito reaches again with a walk. And he stole a base last time he was on. And here's G2. Grant Robbins, who flew to shallow left field his first time up. That sweet swing from the left side. There's a swing and a miss. But where Garrett Robbins was a right-handed hitter, Grant Robbins and his younger brother Graham both hit it from the left side, like their dad Chris. Here's the 0-1, runner going. Throw down to second base, way off the mark, and Cade Dito has another stolen base. Let's go Cats from the Melb. That's got to be downtown Melby, right? Splinter couldn't make it tonight, so they're watching on YouTube. Swung on, lifted right behind home plate. So the pride of Melby tuning in tonight, hoping for a Bobcat victory. So Dito's at second base. He's not forced anywhere. He doesn't have to go. Conventional wisdom would be anything hit to the right side to second or first base, he would be coming to third. Anything hit to the left side, you don't want to run into a tag. That pitch is high. 1-2 now to G2 with Ryan Little on deck. Sumrall trying to add to a 3-1 lead here in the third. The 2-2 pitch, that's low. 3-2. And the thing about Grant Robbins, he's not even close to being done growing. You know, he's going to be
He's anything like his brother.
He's going to be a monster by the time he's done. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. 2 away. And speaking of Garrett is up at East Mississippi now in Scuba.
Really?
Yep. Started at Pearl River and then is now in Scuba, where he has been rejoined with some of his other Sumrall teammates.
Zane Berry.
Halen
Sanford.
Sanford, right? So here's Ryan Little now, who was hit by a pitch his first time up and takes strike 1. So now with 2 away, most likely Dito will be running on anything. Hunter Daly has pitched a pretty good game here for Lawrence County. Swing and a miss. He's pounding the strike zone. We mentioned Little was hit by a pitch, and then Liam Munn came in to run for him and wound up scoring on the Hayden Barrett single. That's high and away, 1-2. It's so much fun calling these games, and it really makes an old codger like me feel really good when the guys see me coming and they're always, come up, hey, Mr. Kelly. And swung on, chopper to third. Should be routine, but the throw is high. That'll score a run. Little will get over to second. They will hold him there. So there'll be no RBI on the play for Ryan Little because of the error on third base. But Dito scores, and again, Munn will come in to run. And here's Ty Little, who singled and RBI'd his last time up. 4-1, Sumrall. You know what somebody else texted in one time? They said, the only thing that would ever bother me is if you say Sumrall. I said, I have never said Sumrall. That pitch is high, ball 1. And I texted somebody back too. I said, y'all have got to give me a little bit of a break. I've only been here, 3 years now?
Yeah.
3 or 4?
When did you start doing this for us? 2018?
Something like that. And in football, maybe even earlier than that. The pitch is outside, 2-0. Shannon White and I go back when TV was in black and white. I mean, it goes way back. 2-0 pitch is high. 3-0 now to Ty Little. So he'll be on the take here. Shannon White is one of the true gentlemen and one of the really true good guys in all of high school sports. 3-0 pitch is in there, strike 1. And if it weren't so, I just wouldn't say anything at all.
Right.
But he's such a decent person.
I only got to play 1 year under him, and I enjoyed every minute of him. Just his presence, honestly.
Yeah. That pitch is high, ball 4. So Little is on again. So the Bobcats have runners on first and second, and here comes Barrett, who has just been machine-like. They just have not been able to get this guy out. He's been hit by a pitch and scored. Then he singled, had an RBI, and wound up being stranded at second. And I hate to beat this dead horse, but can you imagine with the skill set that Hayden Barrett has, if he were 6'3" or 6'4", this guy would be looking at millions of dollars somewhere down the road. So runners at first and second. And that pitch bounces, and there will be no play as runners will advance to second and third. So a base hit now would score 2. And while we're on that subject, as he goes down to talk to now Coach Andy Davis, and I want to say something about that to me, because I think too much is made about size. Either guys can do it or they can't do it.
Right.
I mean, I've seen guys that are 6'5" that can't do it, right? What's the old adage, look like Tarzan, play like Jane? But then you got guys that are not very big, like Hayden Barrett, that can do it. I just don't think size should have anything to do with it. But yet, if you're not of that cookie cutter thing that they're looking for, lots of times you get overlooked. I'm a big fan of Hayden Barrett. Here we go, runners on second and third. That pitch is outside. And as I was saying on the webcast the other night, if there was ever going to be a fight,
I definitely want this kid.
I said, you can't have him. I get first pick. Here's the 2-0. There's a strike. I thought that was a little in, but 2-1 the count now. So runners will be going on contact with 2 away. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Decided too late to pull the trigger now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Munn is at third. Little is at second with 2 away here in the bottom of the third. The pitch. Low. 3-2. Should he reach, then Rayner would come up. Sumrall batting in the bottom of the third. Leading now 4-1. They've scored at least 1 in every inning. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. How about that? So for Sumrall in the bottom of the third inning, they got 1 run on no hits. There was 1 error and 2 men left on base. We've completed 3 here in Ellisville tonight. It's the Bobcats 4, the Cougars 1. You're watching Sumrall Baseball on YouTube, powered by Dandy Dan's. Kelly Sander with Logan Powell with you here tonight as Sumrall and Lawrence County do battle. Levi Odom will face hitters 4, 5, and 6. Cole, Daly, and Battle here in the top of the 4th inning. Going to our text line at 601-310-7077. Landon's mom and dad, Greg and Shannon, are here. And sister Lakin is also at the game. And Lakin, can I tell you that the only guys that are bigger fans of Landon, the guys are bigger fans of Lakin for some reason. She must be a really good player. But they've just said how much they admire Lakin. So here's Tay Cole now. He flew to right field his first time up. Levi Odom with that patented rocking motion and brings a strike right down the tube.
You know, you don't see that a lot in high school kids. The misdeception or whatever.
Where
with
that rocking,
rocking,
but he's consistent with it though.
right. I've only seen one other pitcher in a lifetime do it, and that was Johnny Cueto for the Giants. That's it. But he does a shimmy more than a rock.
That one skips to the backstop. 1-1 the count now. Rayner in center field is shaded a little bit to right. The wind is now moving toward right field. Rayner playing deeper in center than Dito is in right field. Lots of open real estate in left center. And again, Cole flew out to Dito his first time up. The 1-1 pitch. Again, a bouncer up there. There's been absolutely no activity in either bullpen so far tonight. And boy, what an addition Levi Odom has been to this staff, because with Norred nursing a shoulder and Cross Sibley with a little bit of an injury that he's working with, that depletes 2 pretty good starters on this staff. And district play right around the corner. There's a ball to make it 3-1. Swung and fouled into the screen. The count is full now at 3-2, so a big pitch coming up. And I really credit Levi Odom too, because although he's the quote-unquote new kid on the block, you see him really exerting himself as a leader, shaking a lot of hands, talking to a lot of guys, being an inspirational leader too. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Odom thought he had him. Cole is on, and here is Daly, who tripled to the gap in left center. His first at bat. And you know that when teams play Sumrall, they're going to throw their stud. Now, Daly has called time, and I think he might want a different bat. I would make sure it was the one that I hit the triple with, wouldn't you? Odom now holds that position, a quick step toward the plate. And that's inside. That's one thing a good pitcher will do too, is that he will never repeat the same delivery from the set position, because the runner will do some studying and go, okay, if he does the same thing over and over, I know what to expect, and if I'm going to steal, I know when to go. But if that reliever will change his set position up every once in a while, as far as the length of time that he holds the set position, etc., swing and a miss, then that runner is puzzled a little bit as to when to go. How big of a lead would you get, Logan, usually?
I stay between 12 and 13 foot. That was just me personally.
Okay. So that's about
it's about the cutout, where the cutout right
at the
first,
elbow there.
I'm in between it.
Breaking ball strike, throw to second base. That one took off on a little bit. So Cole is safe at second base. So right at kind of at that elbow. Mm-hmm. General rule of thumb is, body length and a half. It's about average, maybe a little conservative. So if you're 6 feet tall, about 9, 10 feet, somewhere in there. 2-strike pitch, and just got a piece of it. Fouled it off.
But I was generally comfortable with that 12 foot. Just I guess I got better reads for myself. A lot of people wouldn't get the 12 foot.
And it all comes down to confidence, your ability to get back to the bag. And interestingly, the guys that should get the bigger lead, which would be the bigger guys, were the ones that were usually less comfortable getting the lead. Because the bigger guys are usually not the ones doing the stealing, right? Holloman dug that one out of the dirt. 1-2 the count to Daly with a runner at second base. Here's the pitch from Odom. Ooh, look out. This ball is well hit. That ball is back. It is being tracked and caught by Barrett in left field. Tagging. Here comes the throw to third, and he is safe. Wow. They almost got him there. Daly has hit the ball well twice. Barrett's throw was right on the money, but just a second late. But as deep as that ball was, lucky to get it there at all. So Cole tags and advances to third, where a sacrifice fly could score him. And here's Brady Battle, who was up here last time in the exact same situation. He grounded out to Holloman and scored the run. Sumrall leads 4-1. Lawrence County batting here in the top of the fourth. Runner on third, one out. There's that rocking motion again by Odom. Breaking ball and a beauty in there for strike one. Bryson Smith and I had a nice chat before the game. Boy, Bryson Smith, he always comes up and says hello. There's a kind of a half-hearted swing there at a pitch that frankly was out of the zone. 0-2 the count. Of course, Bryson Smith, the place kicker on the football team, so I get to see him a lot in the fall as well. Kay Dito, a two-sport player. Marshall Phillips, Digger Freeman, who is just coming off of surgery. Got to talk to him tonight. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3.
Beauty.
Got him looking. 2 away, and here comes Austin Watts, who again has been compared. What was it again? Logan will have to. And again, I don't know who wrote that that publicity. Here we go. What was it again? You can read that publicity release there. Logan, go ahead. Austin Watts, the DH from Lawrence County. What about him?
Says Lawrence County's Austin Watts is a talented athlete, but he has little compared to all-time Sumrall star, record-setting in all sports, wide receiver Austin Watts.
Humble too, we might add, right?
Quite humble.
Yeah, modest. Austin Watts. That pitch is high and inside. Ball 1.
It was crazy. Austin and his cousin Devontae were the number 1 and number 3 receivers in the state in their class.
Swung on. Here's a chopper towards short. Holloman's got it on the short hop. Throw to first. Right on the money. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th here in Ellisville tonight. It's the Bobcats 4, the Cougars 1. This is Sumrall Bobcat Baseball, powered by Dandy Dan's. Hayes Rayner, Marshall Phillips, and Levi Odom come to the plate for Sumrall in the bottom of the 4th inning as the Bobcats try to extend a 4-1 lead. Kelly Sander along with Logan Powell on a picture-perfect Thursday night. Here comes Rayner now to dig in. He struck out looking in the 1st. He was hit by a pitch in the 2nd. He leads off here in the 4th inning. Glad to have you along with us on Thursday night. Nothing like being there in person, but if you can't be, and we certainly understand that. These sponsors have made it possible. Recommended Collision Repair, Lincoln Gatwood and his staff, and ComSouth Business Communications. As Rayner tries to lay down a bunt and misses there. ComSouth has been in the business of business communicating for over 40 years and longtime supporters of Sumrall Bobcat Athletics. And we thank Dale Purvis and his crew at ComSouth for their support. Also, Casey Long's Alpha Insurance Agency. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. And don't forget Real South Hunting and Rainforest Car Wash. When that yellow stuff starts, getting on your car, that pollen, it'll be here soon enough. That pitch is high, 2-2. Just run it through Rainforest or vacuum the stuff out. If you let some of that stuff, gather in your back seat. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Took something off of it, but outside 3-2 to Rayner with Marshall Phillips and then Levi Odom to follow him. 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Sumrall. 1-2-1 for Lawrence County. Swung on, ground ball to second base. Bobbled at second, and Rayner beat it out. They're going to rule that an error. It should have been a routine play. Of course, Rayner moves well and gets down that line, but it is a play that should have been made. And here's Marshall Phillips now, who singled with an RBI and struck out. He's 1 for 2. First pitch to him. That's popped out of play, the right side. So Marshall Phillips coming up through the youth ranks. He was a pitcher, a catcher, shortstop, outfield. There really wasn't anywhere that he couldn't play. And that's usually what happens when you've got a pure athlete. And the same can be said in football. He could play probably just about anywhere you needed him to play. Again, the throw over to first base. And they know what a good runner Rayner is, but if they aren't careful with Marshall Phillips, Phillips will make them pay. Runner going. That pitch is low, and there will be no play. Rayner gets second base. 1-1 the count to Marshall Phillips. He's hitting third in the order. They're playing him straight away here as whatever wisp of a wind there is now blowing toward home plate from right field. That's high, 2-1. Yeah, I like these stirrup socks that you were talking.
Yeah.
About 10 years ago, a lot of teams went to these single socks. Here's a drive, well hit, but right at center field. Catch is made, and easily tagging and moving to third is Rayner. So one away, but now a sacrifice fly would bring him home. Boy, Nathan Bullock in center field had Phillips measured just perfectly there. And here's Odom, who has flown to left and flown to center. They're going to appeal that the tag was made too soon. And they both say that that's not the case, that Rayner followed the rules. So again, Odom with a fly to left and a fly to center. If he follows suit, a fly to right would work. That would score a run. First pitch is outside, ball one to Odom, the cleanup hitter. He'll be followed by Norrid. Here in Ellisville, one of the fastest growing areas in Mississippi, really. Inside, Howard Industries has really taken off, one of the leading industries here in Ellisville. Right in between Laurel and Hattiesburg, so if you wanted to commute somewhere, Ellisville is a great place. A lot of new neighborhoods being built out this way. The 2-0 pitch. That's high, 3-0. Moselle Elementary School, one of the newer elementary schools, is state-of-the-art, just south of here. That one gets away, and streaking from third base is Rayner, so he scores. And the Bobcats keep up that streak of scoring at least one in every inning. And Odom reaches first base via the walk. And here comes Norred now. Odom will be lifted for Brandon Harrison. Got a chance to talk with Brandon before the game tonight. Brandon has a little brother. And I asked Brandon, I said, what's the dream job, babe? What do you want to do later on in your life? He said, I haven't decided yet, but he said, I really, really like math. And I said, you really do? He said, yeah, I do. And I said, well, buddy, if you like math and you're good at it, you'll be able to make a good living. Because I said 99% of the rest of the country hates math, right? I have a feeling you're one of those guys, Logan. Did you like math?
It's not that I liked it. I was just good at it.
There's a strike. Well, usually, though, if you're good at stuff, you like it. No?
100% no.
Okay,
No.
so you were good at it. You
I was
just
just
didn't
good
like
at
it.
school.
Okay.
I was just good at school.
I was good at school on paper. Here's the 1-1. But again, it cost me a lot to be good on paper.
But when I started playing ball or whatever, I just kind of slacked off because I'm more worried about ball than anything.
Sure. 2-1 the count to Norwood here. Sumrall batting in the bottom of the fourth. That's inside. 3-1 now. Cade Dito on deck. He has walked twice and scored twice. And again, you hear about all the rock star performances. Dito just quietly goes about his business. The 3-1 pitch, swung on and fouled away. And Dito was used in the last couple of years in football as a quarterback, as a receiver. They've used him in a wide variety of positions. Payoff pitch. We'll see if Harrison's on the move. He's not, and that ball is low, ball 4. So Harrison gets to second base anyway. Nord with a walk. So 2 consecutive walks now by Hunter Daly, and he might be running on empty here in the 4th inning. And here's Dito again. And as we thought, time is called, and the Cougars will talk this over. Again, this visit to the mound, and the whole team will come in here to talk this one over. It is brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Stacy Clark in Prentice. Big supporter of Sumrall Bobcat Athletics. Talk to Stacy Clark about bundling your auto, home, and life insurance. See how you can save money on those premiums. And lots of times insurance, people don't shop it because it's usually on a bank draft and it's just there and you never check it. Well, you should. You should shop it every year, maybe, with reputable companies, of course. And it looks like a pitching change is coming here for the Cougars. So we'll take a timeout and be back with you in a moment. Sumrall leads Lawrence County 5-1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And again, the Cougars with a pitching change. We'll set the table for you when we return in a moment. You're watching Sumrall Bobcat Baseball, powered by Dandy Dan's. Tanner Thornhill comes in from left field and takes over for Hunter Daly. And there's only 1 out in the inning, and the Bobcats have runners on first and second. Harrison is down there for second, at second, running for Odom. And Norred was at first, and didn't see if they had put a runner for him in down there or not. But we do know that Dito, and I think they did, I don't think that's Norred at first. They must have snuck a runner in there and didn't tell us. Jose Morales, the pitcher, is running at first base. So Jose showing a multitude of talents. Not only can throw strikes, but now running the bases. And here's Dito to face Tanner Thornhill, the righty. Whoa, that pitch got behind him.
Foul ball.
Oh, and did it hit the bat?
Hit the bat.
Oh, man, that's one of those tough breaks. One of those freak accidents. The ball was behind Dito, but it just clipped that bat. What'd Harry Doyle say? Just a bit inside? Is that one of your favorite baseball movies, Major League?
Oh, yeah. I like the second one a little better than the first.
I still think the original Bad News Bears was my favorite. Here's the 0-1. Or the 1-0 rather.
I like it so much. I have a 99 Wild Thing jersey in my closet.
Do you?
So.
I got my son a little Jobu statue. Yes. Runners checked and the pitch to Dito high. Now we'll have to see what the count is to Dito. Yeah, 2-1 because it should be 3-0, but again, that freak foul ball. Too high. 3-1 now to Dito with Grant Robbins on deck. Like to see G get a hit tonight. He is popped up to short or shallow left field that the shortstop made the catch and then struck out. The 3-1 pitch to Dito is outside for the third straight time. Dito has walked. He's trying to catch up with Barrett, I guess. Of course, he's going to have to be up there a long time to catch up with Hayden Barrett, who is among the nation's lead of runs scored, hit by pitches, stolen bases. Here's Robbins now with the bases loaded. See what G can do in a clutch situation here. First pitch is inside, ball one. Normally, we will get a text message from Scuba. We were the highest rated. This one's fouled out of play to the left side. We were the highest rated show in Scuba last week. Just nudging out Temptation Island by a couple of points in Scuba last week. Scuba does have a subway now. Yes, I know.
Wow.
Right? Here's the 1-1. Swung on, a little check. Swing toward the hole, and that is going to be a hit for a base hit for Robbins. And an RBI. It's an infield hit, but it does score a run. Everybody else moves up station to station, as James Brown would say. So here's Ryan Little now. It's a 6-1 ball game here in the bottom of the fourth. Still just one out. There's a strike. Let's see what Little's been up to. He's been hit by a pitch and scored, and he reached on an error by the third baseman. They've moved Tay Cole, the shortstop, over to third now, and the starting pitcher, Hunter Daly, is at short. There's strike two. Sumrall folks thought that second pitch was up a little bit, but I thought it looked pretty good. 0-2 the count to the Sumrall catcher. The base is loaded, no place to put him. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes he goes for the second out of the inning. The Bobcats left 2 runners on base last inning. They left 3 runners on base the inning before. In the first inning, they left 1 runner on base. So they've left a total of 6 on base in the first 3 innings. That pitch is high and tight to Ty Little. He has singled with an RBI and has walked. So he's officially 1 for 1. Again, they don't want to strand 3 runners here. It'd be the second inning that they would leave the bases loaded. It's a comfortable lead at 6-1, but that's too high, 2-0. So now you'd think do you give him the red light or the green light, Logan, with the bases loaded?
2 outs,
2-0
2
count.
ball, no count. I mean, no strikes. Yeah, I'm swinging.
You're going to let him swing.
I'm gonna stay small and swing.
Okay, it's ball 3 anyway.
He's going.
So now you got him taken on 3-0
Yeah,
with Hayden Barrett on deck. So he'll be sitting still here, and there's ball 4, and that's a run. And the easiest RBI he's ever had.
what are we calling him this year? We calling him Pug, or we calling him Tweeter?
Well, Uncle Ernie has always called him Big Pug. All right. And you know what? Like I said, when you see him up close, you call him whatever he wants to be.
That's right.
Whatever he wants to be called. Swung on. Here's a little
flare.
blooper out toward left. This should be shortstop going out. Left fielder coming in. The ball drops between them. 2-run score. Barrett gets into second base.
I don't think the ball was touched. So
Do they rule this a
rule that
double?
Bloop double.
double? Is the call.
Bloop double and 2 RBIs.
Boy, when you're living right, like Hayden Barrett is, huh? Runners on second and third. And here's Rayner now, who started off this inning by reaching on what should have been a routine out at second base. And there's a strike. So 5 runs across in the inning for the Bobcats. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and 5 more here in the fourth. That's too high. 1-1 to Rayner with Marshall Phillips on deck. Levi Odom has been on the hill the whole way for the good guys. Here's the 1-1, too high. 2-1. I say good guys. Of course, there might be some people from Lawrence County watching this webcast, so we don't mean that literally. It's just a figure of speech. Runners will be going on any kind of hit here with 2 away. The 2-1. There's a strike on the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Miss Shirley is watching from her home tonight. Shirley Haddix, without the worry of a foul ball going through her front window or damaging her car tonight as the Bobcats are on the road. The 2-2 pitch. Strike 3, Rayner out on strikes. So for the Bobcats in the 4th inning, they get 5 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error and 2 men left on base. So we've completed 4 here in Ellisville tonight. It's the Bobcats 9 and the Cougars 1. We'll be back for the top of the 5th inning after this timeout. You're watching Bobcat Baseball, powered by Dandy Dan's. Tanner Thornhill, Jacob Hedgepeth, and Nathan Bullock, 8, 9, and 1 to face Levi Odom here in the top of the 5th inning. Again, Miss Shirley checking in tonight. Miss Shirley, how you doing? I haven't talked to you in a while. Hope that you are well. And I've had my second vaccine a couple weeks ago, so I'm ready to get back out there. I'm not sure the world is ready to have me back out there, Logan. But Logan had the quote of the week. We were talking a little bit earlier as Tanner Thornhill digs in, and I had made a comment or two for earlier as we were prepping for the broadcast tonight, and Logan says, I had forgotten that you're not a normal adult. And I take that as a compliment. First pitch is fouled away to the right side. 1-0 to Thornhill. He grounded out to Little at second base his first time up. I'm one of those Peter Pan guys. I don't think I'll ever grow up. You know, I don't ever want to totally grow up, you know. Too many responsibilities. Thornhill started out in left field. He is now on the pitcher's mound. Second pitch is position A for strike 2. Boy, what does it mean for Odom, too, to go out there to know he's got an 8-run lead?
Cruise control. That's all I can say about it. Just
know that you don't have to be perfect.
right.
You know? Here's the 0-2. There's a swing and a miss. Down he goes on strikes. So Thornhill is a strikeout victim. From the 6:01, watching Odom pitch with the rocking motion is reminiscent of Chad Pennington.
Old Penny. Penny's a former guy around here.
Well, Brandon Pennington, you know, is now the pitching coach at Pearl River.
I'm sorry.
No, but Chad
right.
Pennington, there's a ground ball to third, long throw.
What a play.
And a great play by Marshall Phillips at third on the 5-3 putout to get Hedgepeth. So 2 up and 2 down. And that'll bring up Nathan Bullock, the top of the order, the center fielder. So Odom again, as he gets to work here, throws the first pitch outside, ball 1 to Bullock, who has already struck out twice. As Logan Powell said, he's just relaxing, playing a little catch out there with Ryan Little. Behind in the count here, 2-0. Eight strikeouts on the night for Odom. That's outside, 3-0 now. That's a pretty good night no matter how many innings you've thrown. 4 2/3, he's got 8. There's a strike. Now, they mentioned Chad Pennington. Wasn't that a quarterback with Marshall? Didn't he play for the Jets? There was a quarterback. I think his name was Chad Pennington. Brandon Pennington. If that's who they were referring to, was Brandon Pennington? Maybe?
I was referring to Brandon Pennington,
okay.
But I don't. It's hard to go back that far. I was just a youngin. But
now, it's not that hard for me, Logan. But of course, I'm 150 years old. So the 3-1 pitch coming up from Odom. Swung on, chopper toward third, but wide for foul ball. So the count fills at 3-2. 9 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Bobcats. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors for the Cougars. Lawrence County High School, where they have the Atwood Music Festival, right on the other side of the river. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4, just a little low. So that's uncharacteristic of Odom tonight. In fact, that is his first free pass of any kind. The 2 hits that he has surrendered, one was a triple to Hunter Daly and one was a single to this guy, Cannon Cato, the right fielder. And it was Cato's last at bat that he got it. That pitch is low, ball 1. Sumrall against South Panola tomorrow night, and it's not a football game. It's a baseball game, and we'll start at 5 o'clock tomorrow from Biloxi High School. The 1-0 pitch. There's a strike. Biloxi coached by Oak Grove graduate, Eddie Lofton. Actually, when you look at a lot of those Gulf Coast coaches, you got Eddie Lofton coaching at Biloxi. He graduated from Oak Grove. Here's the 1-1. Outside now, 2-1. St. Martin's coach is Kerry Bridges. He graduated from Oak Grove. Gulfport's coach is Jamie McMahon. He graduated from Oak Grove. That pitch is low. 3-1 now. This is really the first time that Odom has labored at all. In fact, I think Harrison Central is the only team down there maybe in 6A that does not have an Oak Grove coach or an Oak Grove graduate at the helm. 3-1 pitch. This is a little lazy pop to the left side in foul territory. Marshall Phillips slips but is able to make the catch. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, one man left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's the Bobcats 9, the Cougars 1. This is Sumrall Bobcat Baseball, powered by Dandy Dan's. Okay. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Marshall Phillips, Levi Odom, and Hayden Norrid are the offerings for the Rollcats here. Let's check the Java Mo scoreboard. In extra innings, Oak Grove defeated Raleigh. Extra innings they had to go to beat the Lions. All of our scores brought to you by our friends at Java Mo's. You don't ever have to get out of the car to get your favorite cup of joe. You just... Logan doesn't know the script. He's going, give me a break. No, to get your favorite cup of joe, you just drive through your favorite Java Mo's. There you go.
You can't catch me off guard like that.
No, but and so when you go through Java Mo's, you just, because when I do that, I'd say, I just want a coffee.
Yeah, I just want a cup of coffee.
What do you call that, right? Tanner Woolbright's coming over from the dorm at Jones College. That's Landon Holloman's cousin. Old Tanner Woolbright's a good dude. First pitch to Marshall Phillips is fouled off to the right side. 10-run rules in effect here. If the Bobcats could scratch 2 across here, they've put at least 1 across in every inning up to this point. That pitch is way outside, 1-1. Marshall has singled and notched an RBI. He has struck out and flown to center. He is 1 for 3. And again, he's been offered by Jones here and has also been offered by Pearl River. And I'm sure he's going to be offered by a lot of other schools. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Outside and low, 2-1. Uncharacteristically, too, no weekend games for the Bobcats this weekend.
Really?
Saturday and Sunday off. And that hit him in the middle of the back. So, and of course, when the women in the area find out that I won't be calling any games this weekend, you know what that means. They'll be turning their phones off this weekend. Here's Levi Odom. He has flown to left, flown to center. He has walked and scored. Of course, since he's been the only pitcher tonight, he would stand to get the win. And it'll be interesting with the tender shoulder of Sibley and Norred, who will get the pitching call tomorrow against South Panola. That pitch is high to Odom. You've got the new superstar, Jose Morales. And I think I'm going to help renegotiate his contract, Logan, you know. Jaron Gore pitched well last weekend. That pitch is low, 2-0. And again, the games that count are the district games. Those are the ones that determine who goes to postseason and who doesn't.
Those start right after spring break or during spring break? Right
Usually, but you know, COVID has thrown everything in. They've limited the number of games that you can play outside of, a total of 28 games is all you can play this year. And with all the games that Sumrall played last weekend, talking with now head coach Andy Davis. Again, if you missed that at the top of the webcast, the interim tag has been lifted. Andy Davis is the baseball coach at Sumrall. Congratulations to him. There's a strike. 3-1 now. But he was saying because they're limited to 28 games, some of the games that were scheduled, for example, games against Stringer and some other non-district games down the road, they may have to be canceled because they're limited to the number of games that they can play. Here's a slow roller. The pitcher will only have one play at first base. So Phillips jaunts over to second. Odom is out on the 1-3, and that'll bring up Norred. Norred has struck out looking. He has popped to the shortstop. He has walked and scored, so he's officially 0 for 2. But really, when you look at the Sumrall schedule from here on out, there aren't a whole lot more non-district games. You know, there are some toward the end of the year. Because those Purvis games now are big district contests along with Poplarville and Greene County. The 0-1 umpire called time, and it was a balk, called a balk. So Phillips is awarded third. So he's there with one out. So even a sacrifice fly here for Norred would plate another run.
Okay, since Lawrence County moved out of our district, who took their spot? Because I heard you saying they used to be district rivals.
Right, because they stayed down in, or did they stay? Did they go to 4A and just get put in a different district? I'm not really sure. Stone County in football.
Really?
Stone County.
Okay. Wow.
Here's the 1-1. There's a shot into right field. Well, it was knocked down by the second baseman, but Phillips scores. That's ruled a base hit for Norred, so he'll be credited with an RBI.
It was a laser beam.
It was. So here's K. Dito now, who walked in the second and scored. He walked in the third and scored. He walked in the fourth and scored. He is 0 for 0 on the night. But he has really helped the team. There's a nice little bloop into center field for a base hit. So he's actually 1,000, batting 1,000 for the night with that base hit to center. So runners on first and second, and really, as Andrew Knight comes to the plate to bat for Robbins.
Pitch hitting, number 10, Andrew Knight.
You have to wonder if Jones has offered Andrew Knight. Of course, Dad Larry here in the crowd tonight. But a base hit here because the 10-run rule is in effect, and Sumrall has scored at least one in every inning, 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 5 in the fourth, 1 more here in the fifth. And if they can get Norred home, then the 10-run rule would be in effect. So there's the first pitch to him, and it's a breaking ball in there for strike 1. So Knight hitting for Robbins. Robbins had a 1 for 3 night with an RBI. Righty versus righty here. And you'd have to think that Andrew Knight would be available maybe to pitch tomorrow night. Swing and a miss. He hasn't thrown in a while. Ryan Little is on deck, the number 8 man on the order.
That's Ryan Cole.
It
right
is.
on deck.
He's got a stick. Swinging for Ryan Little. Swing and a miss. Knight down on strikes. So 2 away. And here comes Ryan Cole Broom.
Pitch hitting, number 17, Ryan Cole Broom.
Landon's little cousin Maddox is watching from Florence, Mississippi, home of the Fighting Eagles, I think, aren't they?
Yeah.
The Florence Eagles. So here's Broom with a chance to win it. With a base hit, the runners will be taking off on contact. First pitch to Broom, breaking ball, strike. The runners will get their primary lead, and as soon as Thornhill commits to the plate, they should get a secondary lead. So if it gets past the catcher or whatever, they can waltz into the next base. Breaking ball, strike 2. So Broom will have to get to work now. Ty Little is on deck if he should be called upon. 2 outs in the inning. Here's the pitch. Too high. 1-2. Norad at second base represents the 10-run rule winning run here in the 5th. Dito is at first, but should Norad score, Dito would be moot. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. And I remember one time I used that term moot, and somebody said, well, what does them not speaking have to do? I said, no, I didn't say mute. I said moot, meaning it wouldn't matter. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Down he goes. But the Bobcats do put 1 run across. 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 men left on base. We go to the top of the 6th inning. It's Sumrall 10, Lawrence County 1. This is Sumrall Bobcat Baseball, powered by Dandy Dan's. So we go to the top of the 6th inning. Levi Odom back out there to work, and he'll face Lambert, Cole, and Daly, the scheduled hitters. Lambert, the catcher for Lawrence County, he has struck out twice and looks at a breaking ball strike right there. Defensively, you've got Marshall Phillips at third, Holloman at short, Little at second, and Norad at first, and the battery continues to be Odom and Ryan Little. Swing and a miss. The outfield left to right is Barrett, Rayner, and Dito. Wind has now shifted again, just a little wisp out toward right field on a beautiful night in Ellisville. There's the 0-2 pitch outside. So we're trying to figure out if Brandon Pennington did have a rock motion when he pitched at Sumrall. We'll have to ask Penny. I see him down at Pearl River a good bit. He's the pitching coach at Pearl River. I'll ask him next time. 1-2 pitch, swing, and a miss. Down he goes on strikes. Lambert is out, one away, and that'll bring up the now third baseman, Trey Cole. Cole has flown to right and has walked and was stranded at third. Bobcats looking to go 10-1 on the year. So again, on that, based on that 28-game schedule, there's 11 games already, and you've still got your district games to play. And tomorrow will be 12 games, so essentially half the season.
Right.
Yeah, almost. That pitch is outside. Cole, the cleanup hitter. The pitch is inside. You can see that Levi's not throwing as hard as he necessarily has, but he certainly is relaxed and knows that he's got a cushion there. 2-0 pitch. Low, 3-0. There's a strike. Lawrence County, if I'm not mistaken, Lawrence County has an NBA, there was an NBA great that played at Lawrence County. There's a popper to Marshall Phillips, ground ball, and they get him on the 5-3 putout. Got him by a step or two. Eric Dampier, thank you. I knew there was one of the NBA greats from around our area, from the Lawrence County High School, and that was Eric Dampier. So here's Hunter Daly. He has drilled the ball twice, a triple with a run scored, and a deep fly to left field. Swing and a miss at a Levi Odom breaking ball. Base is empty, 2 outs here in the 6th. That one skips up there. Looking ahead to the Sumrall 6th, it'll be Ty Little and then the top of the order. And in case you missed the late breaking news tonight, alert the media, Hayden Barrett was out tonight. One time they struck him out. But other than that, he's been on every time. 1-1 pitch, again, short. Logan, you got to lay off those cigarettes, man. And for the record, Logan Powell does not smoke. But we're little allergies or something getting to him here. The 2-1 pitch. There's a rope down left field, but foul. I'm telling you, this kid's a clubber here for Lawrence County. Hunter Daly, he was the starting pitcher, and he would take the loss in tonight's game.
Just want to throw that out there. That foul ball Hayden Barrett just threw in was on the money to the plate.
From where he's standing, about 15 feet inside the left field fence.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, same place. Now he's kind of leaning, looking for that breaking ball. Now you try to bust him inside with a heater. Tie his hands up. March Madness coming up this weekend. They'll announce the tournament field. Duke will not be in the field.
Really?
COVID positive tests today. Duke will not be the NCAA basketball champion.
I tell you what, that COVID has taken a lot away from sports.
It has indeed. And take it seriously. In July, man, I had it. It was brutal.
I did too. It was not fun.
Yeah, here's the time again. And Hunter Daly really playing games here with Levi Odom. And Levi's a tough customer. See if he tries to go inside. Outside 3-2. He was looking for timeout again. Did you see the right hand come up? And this time the umpire did not give it to him. So a 3-2 pitch coming up to Hunter Daly. Bases empty, 2 outs for Lawrence County here in the top of the 6th. Sumrall leading big. The payoff pitch. All fours. He flings the bat toward the dugout. So here comes Brady Battle, who has grounded to short and struck out looking. Somebody warming in the Sumrall bullpen. We'll see if we can't get a number for you. Battle hitting 6th in the order. First pitch to him is off the fist and fouled. That'll get over into the Sumrall bullpen. Thank you for all the kind words and text messages and words of support. We enjoy doing the ball games, but couldn't do it without the financial support of all of our sponsors. So we hope that you will, if you get an opportunity, specifically thank them. Runner going, throw to second, gets into center field. Headed to third. Almost got by Marshall Phillips at third. So Daly gets all the way to third base. And Battle has a 1-1 count with 2 away. If you don't get that baseball right across the laces at a particular spot, those laces can come off and cause a spin that can cause the ball to go a different direction. That's why how pitchers can get the ball to curve and drop and do all those sorts of things. That's fouled out of play. And I think that in that situation, Little had to rush his throw and just got the baseball gripped oddly on those laces, which caused it to curve a little bit toward the right field side. You're amazed at how much I know about this game, aren't you, Logan?
Honestly, you never cease to amaze me.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. They'll have to go to first. And they do, and that retires the side. So Daly will be stranded at third. Levi Odom with his 10th strikeout. That's a good number on the night. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning here in Ellisville. It's the Bobcats 10, the Cougars 1. We'll be back for the Cougars 6th in a moment. This is Bobcat Baseball, powered by Dandy Dan's. Ty Little, Hayden Barrett, and Hayes Rayner for the Rollcats here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 10-1. And if they continue that trend of scoring at least 1 run in every inning, that would end it right here in the 6th. At a beautiful Community Bank Park in Ellisville, home of the Jones College Bobcats. First pitch is a strike to Ty Little, who has singled with an RBI. He's walked twice, and on the second walk, garnered another RBI. So he's had a 2 RBI night. There's strike 2. Tanner Thornhill has been right on the money. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on, shot to short. Fielded. Good throw over to first base, and they get him by a step. Good play by Hunter Daly at short to retire Little on the 6-3 putout. And here comes Hayden Barrett. And you know, if Barrett gets on, he might as well be at second.
Right.
And people thought I was joking, but I'm serious. His arms, the sleeves on those jerseys, they're going to have to get bigger sleeves for him. His arms are just too big for the sleeves. That's fouled out of play. I have that problem with my clothing too, but it's not the arms. That's too high, 1-1. I have to go to the big and tall department. Barrett looking to get on here. We'll tell you what he's been through here in a moment. 1-1 pitch is down in the dirt. He got hit by a pitch in the first and scored. Singled with an RBI in the second. Struck out in the third. That's what we were alluding to earlier. Doubled in the fourth with 2 RBIs. So he's been on 3 out of the 4 times with 3 RBIs. Here's a fly ball being tracked in right field and caught for out number 2. Cato Cannon with the catch out there in right, and here's Hayes Rayner.
Center fielder Hayes Rayner.
Rayner's due. He has a run scored tonight. But that time he was on base, it was in the 4th inning, and he reached on an error. Swung on and fouled out of play. Rayner wearing that protective guard on his right ankle. And people ask why they wear this, because when guys on the left side in particular, when they foul that baseball, here's a drive to left center field, being tracked in center and dropped. Rayner coming into second base as he should. He should have been running the whole time, and he was.
Third baseman Marshall Phillips.
So he's there. I don't know if that had to be ruled an error, huh?
Yeah.
Even though it was a great effort by Bullock in center field to get over there, but it is ruled E8, a 2-base error. So he's there, and if Marshall Phillips can find a single here, so Rayner has reached twice on the errors tonight. So if Phillips can find a hole somewhere, that pitch is high. That would end the ball game. Jaron Gore was warming in the bullpen earlier. 1-0 pitch. There's a strike. Marshall's got an RBI tonight, but other than that, 1 for 3 with a single. He did get hit by a pitch and scored a run. Time now at the plate. Another balk. So Rayner moves to third. I actually saw a game yesterday. Pearl River was playing Gulf Coast, and until the 9th inning, there was 1 run scored. Gulf Coast was leading Pearl River, and the only run scored was on a balk by the Pearl River pitcher. Pearl River came back and won that game in extras, but boy, you would have felt terrible if you'd have lost the game 1-0 on a balk. Pitch is up to Phillips, 2-1. 2-1 the count, 2 outs. Winning run is at third base via the 10-run rule. Here's the 2-1. That is low. 3-1. Levi Odom is on deck, and he would get a chance to win it for himself if Phillips can't get it done here. 2 away. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on, chopper wide of third. So the count goes full now. So here we go. See if Marshall can get something to hit here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. High and inside, ball 4. So Phillips, he really didn't have a choice there. So he won't fit into the equation here. It'll be up to Levi Odom to do something here perhaps. Odom has flown to left. He has flown to center. He has walked and scored, and he has kind of dribbled one back to the pitcher. And really, there's no sense in Phillips even trying to steal second because you could potentially get thrown out, and that winning run is at third base. So he does just stay put there at first, knowing that even though he's a great guy, he doesn't have anything to do here. Has nothing to do with what may happen. 1-0 to Odom. Should he walk, then it would be up to Norrid to win it here. The 1-0 pitch. That's too high. 2-0. And that's the only way that Norrid would get to the plate, is if Odom walks, because there are 2 outs in the inning. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Boy, that was looks like he lost the handle of the bat there. You see him putting the bat handle between his knees there and getting a good grip on it now. 2-1 the count to Levi Odom here in the bottom of the 6th. 10-1 Sumrall. Here's a fly ball toward left field. Will that ball get down or will it be caught? It is down, and that is the ball game. It's a single for Levi Odom. And with that, Hayes Rayner scores, and the Bobcats score at least a run in every single inning. The final line score, the Bobcats 11 runs, 7 hits, no errors. And for the Cougars, 1 run, 2 hits, 3 errors. The winning pitcher is Levi Odom. Our next webcast will be tomorrow afternoon. Don't forget a programming note. 5 o'clock is when the scheduled first pitch is supposed to be thrown. 5 p.m. tomorrow as part of the Battle at the Beach, the Sumrall Bobcats against the South Panola Tigers. That's tomorrow. We hope you'll join us on our YouTube channel. Logan, good to see you, man.
Appreciate it, Kelly.
Did you have fun?
Oh, yeah. Every time.
Yeah, we always do. We have a good time.
Yeah,
Don't
we'll have to do it again.
Yeah,
for sure.
You're welcome back anytime. And again, repeating the news headline of the game, in case you missed it, Andy Davis, the interim tag has been removed. Pending the approval of the Lamar County School Board, Andy Davis is and will be officially the head coach at Sumrall if the Lamar County School Board approves that recommendation that the interim tag be removed. So until tomorrow, when we talk to you, Sumrall against South Panola, I'm Kelly Sander for executive producer and producer Jeremy Thompson. Thanks for joining us. You've been watching Sumrall Bobcat Baseball, powered by Dandy Dan's.